Hello everyone, I'm Chester44, also known as Fly, and welcome to this Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Last episode, we did a couple more fights in the arena here. And I believe we got one more in order to finish off the proving, or whatever it's called over here.
The next step of this dance winnows our would-be champions. The bloodletting.
Indeed. Let's see what we got here.
Time for that already, huh?
Bloodletting? Oh, that sounds ominous.
The last of the trials, the bloodletting, pits you against other contenders, each undergoing their own rite of passage. In their triumph, the victorious shall complete the rite and secure their place within the crucible. To them alone shall the island reveal the first of its mysteries.
Killing others is the price of admission?
It is an honor to progress into the crucible. The winner gains glory. The fallen contribute their memories to this place. Either way, the competition is a form of immortality.
This is madness.
You may choose to turn away, but this place needs you. If you reject that calling, many may suffer in your stead.
She frowns down at the shining water.
The pool of memories awaits you.
As required. So the bloodletting shall happen. The fourth and final battle in any rite of passage pits two packs of contenders against each other. Two teams will enter the crucible, but only one will earn Tawamawai's blessing and emerge alive. There is no victory in subduing the other into surrender. The crucible demands a sacrifice, and only through the loser's death shall the victor advance. As you wish.
Our newest crop gathers for the culling.
Their task is simple: slay or be slain.
Those who survive earn the right to contend for the champion's crown. Let the hunt commence.
Alright then.
It appears only one of us will be finding greatness in the crucible.
Dressed in his gaudy armor, the diminutive Pipilton taps his brow in an impish salute.
Know that I bear you no grudge. A shame you must die so that we may live.
The fighters at his side look to the stands, raising weapons to the cheering crowds or winking at some admired spectator. I bear you no grudge at either.
Then let us show this rowdy crowd what an honorable fight looks like. Farewell, Watcher. May the gods welcome you.
He draws his weapon. Alright then.
If there is bloodletting to happen, let it not be ours.
We've got a fighter, a monk, a barbarian, a rogue, and Pipilton.
I saw him first.
Let it begin. Ow.
Don't whack him any harder.
Well, thank you for the summon. They are all gathered together. Hey, the barbarian is almost dead. Okay, barbarian is dead. Good. You guys need to get in there and help out. Rogue's taking a lot of damage. Down goes the fighter. No, that wasn't the fighter. And we lost him again. Well, we're going to be resting after this, clearly. Okay, good, you're back. Come on, you guys can finish these off. Okay, you're kind of out of range. That's good. I think the rogue is down. We still got the fighter.
That's not very helpful. Tell me.
I have an idea. How about you bonk this fighter in the head, make sure he can't do anything for a bit.
You like that? After him.
Bonk.
That dog won't hunt.
I bet you can get one on Papilton. Yep, the fighter's gone. Now finish off Papilton. Bonk. There we go. Not too bad. Oh, we got a special helmet. The Maw of Ingemirk. Charm nearby beasts for 15 seconds on scoring a beast kill and +2 perception. That's some nice perception bonus. Soul energy swirls about you, pressing heavily against your esoteric senses. With a slight exertion of will, you can direct the ambient essence. Return the soul essence to the crucible and the wildlife of Kazawari. Channel the soul essence into Muatu, empowering him. Absorb the soul essence for yourself, or send it to the wheel. Channeling it into Muatu or myself seems like the wrong thing to do. So now it's the choice of empowering the wildlife of Kazawari or sending it to the wheel. I feel like sending it to the wheel might be the wisest idea in order to keep people coming back as they should. You attempt to return the souls to the wheel, but find your efforts stymied. It seems that something blocks the way to the beyond. That's worrying. With no other choice, we'll return it to the crucible and the wildlife of Kazawari. You have learned Galawain's gift. You allow the energies to settle again into the arena, even as you feel some of the power escaping into the wilderness beyond.
Glorious combat reveals our contender from amongst the challengers!
Rest and return anew, for the crowd is eager to see you hunt again, contender.
Clearly. Okay, then. Potions of plenty. The belt is gathering energy, so we're not done yet. But we do need to go rest, so let's head over to the resting area. And nice as this helmet is, I don't think there's anyone to really give it to. +2 perception is still very good. That gives me intellect and perception. That's very good for hit and crit damage. Hit and crit chance and crit damage. You have perception, religion, and insight. That's good for you. Yours is... Raptor's grip isn't actually as useful since I haven't given you it. Well, I think you're wielding a two-handed weapon, technically. Yes, it's a two-handed weapon, so you're fine. And you have Captain's Eye. What does that give? While not flank, the wearer has resistance to perception afflictions. You know what? Screw that. You can have them all. It doesn't look really good on you, Aloth. So, you know what? Go without it. At least keep it invisible. Okay, so Dominga.
Hello, Challenger. What can I Of course.
Go ahead, sleep in the hammocks. Oh, and what did we get? What is Galawain's gift? There it is. Giving the souls of the Crucible to Galawain has increased the Watcher's favor with Galawain, increasing the Watcher's accuracy against beasts. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Alright, well, we'll head over to here, and I suppose we're going to need to talk to what's-her-name. Let me just drop down a save before we walk in. Alright, in we go. The pool of memories' water seems more luminescent than before, and Humaire gestures toward the font with an open palm.
Congratulations, contender. Having endured the rite of passage, You earned the privilege to compete with other proven hunters.
She scoops a talisman from the pool and holds it dripping before you.
This token represents you and no other. Wear it proudly. It shall drink the essence of your actions, your triumphs, and your accomplishments. That the souls within these sacred walls will recognize them on your return.
She presses the bangle into your hands with a toothy smile. Grants Kazuwari's Call. The wielder challenges an enemy, gaining bonus damage against that enemy while receiving less damage from that enemy's attacks. Okay, interesting. Constantine watches you handle the talisman with a mixture of longing and repulsion on his normally sanguine face. I am honored.
And we are honored to have such a talented hunter in our midst, Good Watcher. Your next challenge will take you outside the walls of this arena. The island demands an offering. Something to feed the pool of memories. Some relics sacred to this place have been taken and need returning. And others, undiscovered, await a hunter capable enough to find them.
She smirks, her serrated teeth barely visible between her cracked lips. And just how many of these sacred items am I supposed to find?
It is assumed you will hunt with reckless abandon, and return all that you can, if only for the thrill of the pursuit. As for what is required, contenders are expected to return at least one relic sacred to the Seeker, Slayer, or Survivor, whichever face best aligns with the hunter within you.
Does this mean the Crucible has accepted me? When do I talk to the faces?
You survived the rite of passage, but you are yet shark bait to the faces. But now you can begin to demand their attention through your actions.
Oh, it sounds easier than fighting in the arena.
Wish that were true, Watcher.
Humaire chuckles quietly. Okay then. She lowers her voice and leans close. She smells of sweat and peat.
Each area of the island draws the attention of a particular aspect of Tuamawai. While you scour the island, watch as only a watcher can.
She straightens.
Speak with Ngari, Keeper of Memories, in preparation for your hunt. He will set the path before you. Return with your trophy, contender, and may Tuamawai guide your way.
She bows her head and turns away. Ngari, well, you're right there. Slim for an Amawa, the man before you boasts warm, avuncular features, that's a new word, and gray patches his tightly curled black hair. He smiles warmly at your approach.
Greetings, friend, and welcome. You stand before the Keeper of Memories.
He bows slightly at the waist. His attention falls to the dwarf at your side.
And Constantine, too. How exciting.
Been a while, Ngari.
You two know each other?
Only well enough to not trust him at my back in a fight.
Huh.
I'd rather stand face to face anyway.
So you keep memories.
Don't everyone keep memories?
Those vanquished in the Crucible leave behind their weapons and armor, both often laden with memories of life. It falls to me to keep and protect those trappings and recollections.
Anything short of a full soul left clinging to a weapon is likely little more than dust. Or entirely insane.
Or the sword that I'm currently holding.
Doesn't seem far off from torture to me.
Everyone believes they know my work better than I.
And how do you preserve memories from these items?
We first wash the items in the pool, and in doing so, give the memories to the souls of this place. Thus do their deeds live on beyond them. Most items carry little more than the strongest memories of their use.
He plucks dismissively at his tunic as if to indicate its baseness.
A few, however, abundant with essence and charged with purpose, retain unusual attributes. These I care for, curate, and purvey to those worthy of their enchantments.
With a warm smile, he runs a finger along one of the blades. So these would be the artifacts Humaire mentioned.
The Crucible recreates battles and conflicts of old, that today's hunters may hone their skills. The Pool of Memories is the library for these histories. These stories aren't told to the Crucible. Instead, items held by those who performed great deeds echo with these accomplishments. The pool of memories absorbs the past from them. As a contender, you will be expected to recover at least one of these relics. I can point you in the right direction, but first I must ask, which of the faces of the hunt do you seek to appease?
How about you start by telling me more about the faces?
The faces represent the tripartite existence of Tuamawai, the Slayer God, the Seeker God, the Survivor God. Foreigners conflate them with the Changeling for good reason. He cannot be reduced to any single thing. The Stelgar embodies the Slayer aspect, the Seeker is represented by the Spider, and the Boar reflects Tuamawai's Survivor aspect. It is right and proper to respect all three, but all Crucible contenders must eventually make a choice and accept their true face.
Why can't a warrior embrace all three faces of the hunt?
In a lifetime of conflict, one can, should, and, with the onset of age, must. But in the Crucible, one cannot advance without championing a single aspect.
Alright. First, tell me about the face that resembles a spider.
The Seeking face represents the mastery of the chase, the understanding that slaughter without gain or purpose is wasteful. It is the hunter that must think in seasons, not seconds. Young warriors think the spider odd. It sits still. It does not seek, is oft said. But the spider understands the art of the seeker so well that its prey comes to it.
I see. What about the Stelgar, although that one should be obvious?
That is the slaying face. The aspect of Tuamawai fixated on the mastery of the life or death dance, where all things are decided. Deadly in a group or by itself. Hungry or sated, the Stelgar is possessed of uncanny focus and purpose. A wise hunter admires and fears the Stelgar in proper measure.
Alright, and how about the boar?
The boar is the surviving face, the aspect of Tuamawai that reminds us that victory without survival is almost always meaningless. While all manner of cowards excel at survival, the boar is both courageous and resilient, traits all hunters should aspire to.
Would you ask me? I'd probably lean a bit towards the spider, the seeker.
Have you
Alright.
made your decision, then?
I need to find an artifact for the seeking face.
Every year we lose hunters to the Kohatkana expanse. Usually they're tracking last year's hunters. But nowhere in my notes have I found out what first enticed Kith to go prowling around that corner of the island.
Rank foolishness, I'd wager.
Not surprisingly, the expanse has become a sacred place to the Seeker. Return with something a failed Seeker before you left behind, and the spider will be pleased.
What do I have to kill to find an artifact for the slaying face?
A group of drifters claiming to be eager contenders showed us their true colors. Days ago, while most of the arena slept, they helped themselves to one of our Slayer relics. Unfortunately for them, the boat they came in on sunk, and it is a very long swim to anywhere beyond the auspices of the faces.
He chuckles quietly, sharp teeth glinting between his lips.
Sure are a lot of convenient accidents happening around here.
Slay them. Return the relic to the pool of memories, and the slaying face will be most pleased.
And I'll do anything to find an artifact for the surviving face.
The Tiebe o Waiapu has long had a reputation for being inhospitable.
It's an arid, miserable shithole, more like.
Yet, the sounder of boars that call the valley home seem to flourish there. Were you to return with proof that you would tread the valley's singular dangers, the surviving face would be well pleased.
Alright, I'm ready to begin.
Galarde, I will see the western doors opened for you.
Perfect, and this is our way out. Well, we have taken a rest, and while we do have a lot of loot, I don't think I need to sell any of it. You know what? I'm going to give you the Crucible token, because you're kinda here. It seems like it fits. Do we have a spare ring? We do not. Alright.
Good for the ladies.
Well, we can at least take a look around the island before we go into anywhere. See what things look like around here. Tiebe o Waiapu Kotakana Expanse, Wakupo ko Loveld. So that seems to be it. And the Pingaka Ravine is going to take us across there. Well, let's take a look. Thick, humid jungle gives way before you to empty air. A vast chasm divides you from further progress, descending to a churning white froth of water below. A bridge of wound rope crosses the gap, planks of dark wood supported between the strands. Examine the bridge. The thick rope has been well anchored, each line wrapped and tightly tied around one of a pair of heavy stones. The knots have long since crusted over solid, there's no untying them. The sun has bleached the wooden planks to a dull gray. You've been working with your hands for longer than you've been reading souls, and you immediately recognize the wood as a material well past reliability. Its discoloration and ragged edges prove obvious signs of rot. Ah, because we're colonists. Consider the quality of the wood. The wood looks good for burning, but little else. It will likely not hold much weight. Search for another route. You walk the edge of the chasm in either direction, but find no other manner of crossing. The river seems to stretch down to the beach you landed at, separating you from the rest of the island. With time, Adair tells you a bridge could be reinforced with materials provided by the island, but that would require days of dangerous effort. I'm going to consider the integrity of the plank. Oh god, that's bad. No further insight. Construction. The edges of the wood seem somewhat splintered rather than cleanly cut. Seems no attempt was made to seal the planks. The rope seems of stronger make, but could stand to be reinforced. Reinforce the bridge. Days of hard labor ensue as, clinging carefully to the underside of the bridge, you use branches and vines to reinforce it. Eventually, however, the crossing appears significantly safer. Aloth was injured, son of a bitch. Alright, carefully cross the bridge. You step onto the reinforced bridge, and it bears your weight with reassuring stability. You begin the crossing. The ropes feel more secure beneath your hands, and you move confidently along the structure. With a final step onto solid ground, you complete the crossing and find yourself among the thick foliage of the central island. Alright. I'm upset that Aloth got wounded, but not much we can do. Alright, so... Seeker, Slayer, Survivor. I believe that's how it's going to be. Like I said, I feel like I would be lean towards Seeker, so we're gonna go for that first. And then we'll go for the other things, and then the burial site later. But I think we're going to do those in the next episode. This episode's a little shorter. Yes, I will admit that. But I don't want to start something right here, right when I only have like 5 minutes. So, end of this shorter episode here, and next episode, we'll take a look and see if we can find the 3 artifacts we need. Till then, I am Chester44, also known as Fanai. That is Laniara, Adair, Joti, Constantine, and Aloth. This has been a Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, and I shall see you all next time.